The final whistle brought relief and disbelief. PSG's decade-long quest ended in jubilation. Mbappé collapsed in tears, the city's dream realized. Inter's players were shattered, their defensive reputation in ruins. The 5-0 scoreline was the largest in Champions League final history. PSG's relentless display set a new standard for dominance. This was not just a win, it was a statement. Paris had stormed the gates of European royalty at last. The night Istanbul witnessed a coronation, not a contest. Mbappé was unstoppable, 2 goals, 2 assists, and a constant threat. His movement and pace tore Inter apart, cementing his legacy on the biggest stage. Zaire Emery, just 19, dominated midfield with maturity and vision, scoring and assisting. Dembélé's directness and creativity stretched Inter's defense, providing crucial assists. Marquinhos led by example, organizing the back line and scoring a pivotal goal. Inter's stars, especially Lautaro and Barella, were neutralized, and frustrated Onana's saves kept the score from growing even more lopsided. PSG's stars shone brightest when it mattered most for Inter. It was a night to forget. A collective unraveling. The gulf in class was undeniable. 17 minutes in, Zaire Emery won the ball, fed Mbappé, who cut back for Vitinha. 1-0 PSG. Dembélé tormented Di Marco, then crossed low. A deflection found Mbappé, who smashed home the second. Inter's resistance faded. After halftime, Dembélé's corner met Marquinhos' glancing header. 3-0. Inter's spirit broke. PSG's dominance was total. A flowing move saw Mbappé slip in Gonçalo Ramos for the 4th. Zaire Emery capped his night with a thunderous strike from distance. 5-0. Each goal was a hammer blow, turning the final into a rout. Inter's famed defense was shredded. PSG's attack was relentless. The match became a coronation, not a contest. The Parisian faithful erupted, sensing history. Inter's players looked lost, overwhelmed by the scale of the collapse. PSG's project was reaching its zenith, goal by goal. The Champions League trophy was all but theirs. Galtier unleashed PSG in a fluid 4-3-3, with Mbappé drifting left and Dembélé stretching play wide. Zaire Emery anchored a midfield built for rapid transitions, feeding the front 3 at every opportunity. Inter stuck to Inzaghi's trusted 3-5-2, relying on defensive solidity and counterattacks through Lautaro and Thuram. Early on, PSG's high press suffocated Inter, forcing errors and pinning their wingbacks deep. Galtier's fullbacks pushed high, turning Inter shape into a back 5 and isolating their strikers. Zaire Emery hounded Çalhanoğlu, disrupting Inter's rhythm. The tactical battle tilted quickly. PSG's movement exposed gaps, and Inter's system began to crack. The stage was set for a Parisian onslaught. Istanbul, August 2025. The air was thick with history and expectation. PSG, after years of heartbreak and Qatari investment, stood on the brink of their first Champions League title. Their journey had been defined by ambition, near misses, and relentless pressure. Across from them, Inter Milan, European royalty, embodied tradition, grit, and tactical discipline. This was more than a match. It was a clash of footballing philosophies. PSG's attacking firepower faced Inter's defensive mastery. The Ataturk Olympic Stadium buzzed with anticipation, a cauldron of blue, black, red, and hope. Could Mbappé finally deliver Paris its dream? Or would Inter's system prevail? Fans from both sides filled the stands, their hopes and fears woven into every chant. The world watched, knowing this final would define legacies. The stage was set for drama, destiny, and a night that would echo through football history. Let's break down the numbers behind PSG's historic 5-0 win. The stats tell the story of total dominance. PSG controlled 62% of possession, fired 18 shots to Inter 6, and posted an expected goals tally of 3.9 to Inter 0.7. Their pass accuracy? A clinical 91%. Kylian Mbappé was everywhere. 2 goals, 2 assists, 7 dribbles completed, and 5 key passes. He was simply unplayable. Zaire Emery, just 19, scored, assisted, and won 10 duels. Dembélé created 4 chances and completed 4 dribbles, stretching Inter's defense all night. Marquinhos led the back line, 6 clearances and a goal. PSG's defense allowed just 1 shot on target all game. For Inter, Lautaro and Thuram were limited to a combined 2 shots. Barella and Çalhanoğlu struggled to create, and Onana made 7 saves to keep the scoreline from being even worse. This was the biggest margin of victory in Champions League final history. Never before had a team won by 5 goals on this stage. For PSG, it's a new era, European champions at last. For Inter, a night to rebuild. For Europe, a warning. The balance of power is shifting. A final like this may never happen again. What was your favorite moment? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more football stories.